Well, thanks, SEACT chapter, for hopping in with us today on this new adventure of our digital vendor fair. So we're excited to get this started and our inaugural one at this. So we have Jay Mehta here from Fortress Mobile, and excited just to get to meet you and learn, because I get to learn new things. So that always makes me excited. So, so why don't I kick it off? And Jay, can you just tell us a little bit about yourself and how did you get into TDM?
Yeah, I'm in the marketing area for Fortress Mobile. I'm their marketing director. I got into TDM, or we got into TDM, actually kind of by accident. We were searching for shows that we would want to go to, and we didn't really realize, about TDM and what exactly it was. Came across ACT and, the show that was coming up, and started reading through the description of ACT. And we were like, oh, we're actually doing a lot of this anyway. We just never called it TDM. So we said, okay, this is a perfect site for us. And so that's why we became members, because we felt like, we help out with the TDM process with some of the companies that we deal with.
That's awesome. I know. I feel like a lot of us just kind of fell into TDM. You're like, oh yeah, this just makes total sense. So before we get too much into just what is Fortress Mobile, can you just tell us about yourself? How long have you been with Fortress Mobile? Just a little bit about your background. I know you said you're in marketing.
Yeah, I've been with Fortress Mobile for a little over a year. Started up just like a month before the pandemic, so ended up having to work from home after a month. So still at home, which is nice. But I've been in marketing for about 20 years now, with various different companies. Was actually in the industrial area doing material handling, working with the material handling company for 17 of those years. And then after that, some contracting and et cetera, et cetera. So yeah, I've graduated way back in 2001 and from a small private college, Catholic college called Medina University, with marketing degree with a focus on statistics. So yeah, I love numbers. So I don't know what else I can really say about myself.
No, that's cool. I just always like to get to know a little bit more about who you are, because, we're more than just our virtual nest. There's so much more to our lives than the 5 minutes we get to know you. So,
yeah.
Well, very cool. So for all the people who are wondering out there, why don't you tell us, what is Fortress Mobile? So you got really excited by TDM and you're like, we're already doing this. So what are you guys doing? What's your product?
Our product is essentially a mobile surveillance solution, which, it doesn't really sound like it would be a TDM, but it actually does fit in. Basically, we do like live streaming from vehicles for safety purposes, but we also use GPS, and with the GPS, we help customers out with optimizing their routing, and essentially, that's, in a nutshell, that's kind of what we do. It's not that we do the cameras, we do the software solution portion of it. And with that software solution, like I said, we have live streaming. You can record things. So if there's an incident, someone from an office can actually grab the file or grab the video from the incident and be able to submit it to the authorities or to whoever needs to see it, in a shareable format. Plus, a lot of the stuff is also stored in the cloud as well. A lot of the videos, and there's also like other things that we have within the software, like pre and post inspections, maintenance logs, things like that. So essentially, we try to make the fleets more efficient, more accountable, and safe.
That's awesome. And I'm switching up on you for a second, but I see those buses in the background. So, an ideal business partner. So probably, who are you guys looking at, or, some of your current clients are like a success story?
The clients that we kind of look at are typically, people that are companies that have fleets. I mean, have more than one vehicle typically. A lot of them are, yes, they are in buses. There's a lot of schools, a lot of public transportation, things like that. One of their success stories was actually, it was kind of a non-traditional company. It's they do public trans, but they manage public transportation for multiple places. So one of them is a hospital. So they would take people from the parking lot to the hospital and vice versa on some of these larger hospitals that have multiple buildings and campuses. So they have we actually created an app for them where they can actually somebody can come in and scan a QR code and find out where the buses are coming, where the bus is, what's its estimated arrival time, things like that. So with that, it made it more efficient because that data also is transmitted to the company so they can see how many people are actually looking at getting on the bus at these different stops. So they can, figure out, okay, these are the times that we need to have more buses there, and, becoming a little bit more fuel efficient as well. So if there's time, dead times, they can space out the pickup times. If there's, a rush, like everybody gets off at 5 o'clock or something, and there's 30 or 40 people at a stop, then they know that they need more buses during that time to commute people back over to their cars or to the hospital. Unfortunately, I can't give out their name just because of NDAs, but we currently do have some of SEACT members or ACT members like RIPTA, Rhode Island Transport. We've put surveillance on theirs as well as GPS. And we've actually been partners with them since I think 2012. And then there's a few others that are on there that that will grab. I mean, some of them I don't know if they're members or not, but like we do a lot in the Charlotte area, obviously North Carolina. So we have the Mecklenburg Transportation Association or transportation company that basically does Charlotte, but they're more of a call basis. So they do more of the elderly and disabled students or people. And then again, a lot of students, student transports, universities, as well as, elementary, high school, things like that.
Understood. Very cool. Well, I love that we got to learn more about Fortress Mobile and what you guys do. So my second to last question for you, why you guys? What sets you apart and makes you guys awesome, and why people would want to partner with you?
Well, we're a small company with big company ideas. We have the I guess family oriented feel to us because we are a small company. We take care of all of our customers. We're on first name basis with a lot of our partners. But we have the big ideas where we actually had like the live video for longer than any of our competitors. Which may sound good or bad, but what that means for us is that we've actually been able to develop it and perfect it, so that way we have fewer hiccups than anybody else. So we have one of the best products out there. I know everybody's going to say that, but we actually have very few service calls. When we do, it's usually because of the systems being 10, 15 years old, and or somebody forgets their password or forgets how to grab a video, just small things like that. But we try to make everything user friendly as much as possible, so that we don't have to have our customers or our partners call us up and say, hey, this isn't working, or how do I do this? Majority of it is very user friendly, it's intuitive. So like I said, I'd say in a week we probably get maybe one service service ticket. So
Cool. Well, for people that are interested and want to learn more about you guys, what's the best way for them to reach out? Should they just email you or your website, or, how can we get them to you?
I mean, the best way, obviously, is email. If you email me or email somebody from the company, that's the easiest way to contact us. But I would actually encourage people to come to the website or our social media sites and see what we actually have. We have videos on YouTube showing our products, but also showing real life how things, some of the benefits that we've created for some of our customers. And just get the information first. That way you're not, coming in thinking, hey, we're going to get get a camera system and not really know what you're getting. Check out the website, check out the YouTube and everything like that first, and then absolutely contact us.
Cool. So is it just fortressmobile.com?
Yes, that's correct. Fortressmobile.com.
I feel like I'm an ad person for you now.
Yeah, I know. Thank you.
Mobile.com and get Jay. Awesome. All right. Well, thank you for teaching us so much about your company, what you guys do. And, I couldn't be me without asking something quirky and fun. So last thing that you're going to get to impart with everybody is, what is one fun fact about Jay?
Fun fact about me is I wrote a book in 2012 that got onto Bill Gates' summer reading list. Which
what? That's so cool.
Yeah.
What was it?
It's basically a business book, but it's not a standard business book because I always got bored with reading textbooks. So I made it more fun. I put it with a sci-fi spin to it. So there, it's as if someone from space is actually, talking about business, and there's a lot of sarcasm, and it's more of a fun read. And people who have read it have told me that initially they were like, okay, great, that's fine, it's a nice book, but 3, 4, 5 months down the road, they start seeing some of the things I wrote in there, seeing them being put in practice at work. So that's kind of where it is. It like I said, it's I'm going to put a plug here. It's on Amazon, so you can just look. You can search for me. It's up there. I was surprised when I got on the reading list too, because looking at the other books on there, I was like, those are like big names, and how did I get on there? So I was excited about that.
That is way cool. Well, you heard it here first. You can go on Amazon, search Jay, and you can look for his book. That's so cool. Well, thank you for taking the time with us to tell us more about you and Fortress Mobile. This is inaugural for us, so we're working through it, but love the idea. Love hearing more about your company, and expect to see this come out for SEACT in the upcoming months. So have a great rest of your day.
All right. I appreciate your time. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
All right.